Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Stoneblock 4 on the FTOG server. As you can see, I've made a little bit of progress setting up our base, and I'm going to walk you through it one by one. So first off, we got up here, the mob farm. Take this away. Not on right now. We got one dreadful dirt, because that's all we have. 3 fans, because I don't have enough feathers to expand them, and then down here we have a killing chamber that we can fill through there. On this side we have much the same thing, but it's grass. This actually hasn't worked yet. In theory, there's a way to passive spawn, or spawn passive mobs with grass. Has not worked, but once we get a delightful dirt, it'll go in there, or probably a better system actually. And then, if I show you here, the redstone just, goes up. Fairly simple, nothing fancy, over the fans. In here, this is our original spawn point. We have potatoes. Because potatoes are important. They're also not making a lot of sound when I right-click them, which is interesting. But that's fine. Because if we right-click all of the potatoes, I can show you something great about this particular little setup, which is if I stand in the middle, right in the middle, I can shift to get almost all of it. I can have to go closer to get that one, closer to get that one, and suddenly we have a bunch of potatoes again. And that leads right into a modification on the classic Fractured Flask double chest storage room, because it's right in the hallway this time. It's not a specific room. So we got classic labels. So let's throw these potatoes away. Where was the fuel? Fuel's here. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna cook ourselves up some food here. Classics. Nothing too special. And it's pretty much infinitely expandable as we need until we get, digital storage of some kind. Also, a quest reward gave me this, the Dirt Chest 9000, which holds only a single stack of dirt. Just in case you only need 1 stack of dirt. You can't even, stack more in there. It's 1 stack of dirt. So, just for fun, we have that guy here. Let's this. There's 2 more there, and our crafting table. And then there's this room, which is a device I have cooked up. Actually, to demonstrate properly, we are going to need our... Where did I put tools? There we go. We're going to need our... that, and we're going to need our... we're going to need a hammer, but it looks like we're going to need to make a new one. So let's grab some metal. 1, 2, 3. And then there's that. Let's go make ourselves a proper hammer. Shall we? Like that. Okay. And then we're going to want a stack of cobblestone. And also, I put a bonsai tree up here feeding directly into our wood chest that I can just turn off whenever I want to. Also, I decided it would be prudent to just mine a little way down there. Just so we would have the space if we needed it. But in here, you'll see first a questing ram, which I haven't killed. Because I want to keep this one around, I just don't know where to put it yet. We have a water wheel spinning. Gear shifts, and mechanical sticky pistons, and then a 4x4 of blocks. So the way this works is you go over here. You click this. Oop, leg. You let it go, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then click this. And you have a unconnected stack of whatever block that you can then vein mine. And then take that, and we move it forward. Ah! Quantum goat. 2, 3, 4. Bring it back. mine it up. And each of these also has a drawer associated with it. Now, I don't have one for making dust, which I really need to add, because we can brush dust. This is more of a hammering room. Though, also, we can brush stuff with automation, which we'll get to probably either this episode or next. And then I have drawers, which the jade is not showing what it is. So I have them labeled. We got osmium, silver, nickel, zinc, lead, aluminum, tin, and then coal, copper, iron, gold. That's just for when we brush stuff. Let's grab our food. I want to eat. Because today we are continuing on with the World Engine quest. Did I muffle this fully yet? Generic eat Minecraft. We're gonna muffle that almost to 0. Alright, put the metal away. Metal. And if we look at the quest book into getting started, we need to observe a villager, which I don't know if it's programmed or modified to make it higher odds or I just got lucky, but the second mob that spawned in my mob farm was a zombie villager. Zombie villager, that's the one. So I grabbed it in that ender lead we got from the quest reward, and we're gonna head down to the healing spring and see if we can figure out how this works. Hopefully we just have to place it down. Apparently mobs won't spawn in here, so I didn't have to rush around as much. Okay, let's try this. Yep, place it. I don't know if it's the water that does it, or if it's just the biome, but... Come on, there we go. Observe a villager. And then grab him again. Stop running away. I need to turn you into a token. Got him. Okay. So now, in theory, $5. Rotten flesh, you can cook into leather, which I've already done a couple times. I don't have enough string to make a backpack, but I made this amethyst resonance charm, because that's what we need to make the echo thing. So the echo encoder, we make by putting... Oh, no. An amethyst resonance charm and an iron construction stick into the world engine. So let's head down to the world engine. Open the door. Oops. Excellent. World engine. So if we put this, I think the order matters. So if we put that in, and we put that in, now it's core 0 running. So this should produce an echo encoder. Okay. $1 and a painting. World engine fluids, we can put fluids in there. Cool. Villager breeding, we can manufacture more with potatoes. So if we do, I think, potatoes, we can make worker tokens. So, we're gonna do this, where do we want to do this? Because I don't trust it not to fall through the floor, but this is just glass, so this should work. If we use an echo encoder and right-click on this guy, we make a token of the mindless. Worker token unemployed. And in theory, if we pop this in here with 32 cooked potatoes, this will make another one. Or 4 running. 2 worker tokens. Excellent, so we can just sneak farm potatoes and make a bunch of villagers with that. And, most importantly, perhaps, we get Unearthed level 3, which will allow us to get more stuff from our brushing. Loot chests are locked behind a lock-picking minigame. Okay. Still unlock with reduced rewards if you fail. You use lockpicks. I don't know where we get a loot chest from. But okay, we got 2 tesseracts. That's nice. And now we need to put the villagers to work. So we need to build an unearther. 4 amethyst shards to glass. So let's go home. See what we can do. Home, which I believe I placed here. Yes, good. Amethyst shards. Do I have 4? I do. And then silicates, I have 1 glass. I need more amethyst. Okay. I'm gonna go get more amethyst, and I'll be back in a second. Okay. I have gotten the amethyst that we need. I'm cooking up some more glass. And I've also switched our farm to wheat instead of potatoes, because while potatoes are better food, not having to waste resources on and time on cooking the potatoes is far more useful. And I've discovered that I can just sit here and just spam click and never really stop harvesting wheat, which is great. And then I just hop in here, pick everything up, and once I get a magnet, this will be super easy. And I can compost the seeds later. Do we have enough? Yes, we do. I'm also going to get a crafting table that I can carry with me. I don't have one of those right now. And then we can make that. And then, if we go back to the world engine, I can make 2 more villagers. And then we'll have all 3 types that we need. So if we put that in there, put that in there. Oh, it can bulk craft. That's amazing. And it can run. Oh, each crafting operation requires a core. Okay, so that's good. But the unearther. Okay, now we have 4 villager tokens. Go home. Warp. Oh, I threw my action pad. Which apparently you can throw stuff through time doors. That's really good to know, actually. Now, where's our glass? Glass, we can craft. We want 3 unearthers, so we need 16 of these. I mined some deep slate from the healing spring. Get 3 unearthers. Get money, get some item pipes. Some more supports automatic item input and output. Okay, now I've heard that these are 3x3s. So let's just put this down to test. 3x3, excellent. And then supposedly we put a villager in there. So I'm gonna put these in a better spot later. For now, this is fine. So if we take unearthing villagers, 3 jobs. We need a decorative pot, to salvaging table, or a resonance engineering block, which we can get later. Okay, archaeologists can brush dirt, dust, mud, and sand. Let's start with that. Let's get ourselves a decorative pot. If we can. Decorative pot. Not a decorated pot, although I assume that's what it means, because decorative pot doesn't seem to be a thing. So silicates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Play, just to be efficient. Get ourselves 1 coal. Throw that in there. And we can put... Take this guy. How do we make them full? Use the worker token in an unearther. You'll need a villager that has one of these 3 jobs. So, in theory, I believe we have to place the villager down, and then get him the job, and then pick him back up and put him in there, right? Let's, this one supposedly can do dirt. And we have to feed them, I believe, as well. Let's make a little more bread. We're gonna want to automate our bread production soon. Put in some bread. We need a brush. That's, it makes suspicious sand. Brush. So if we brush this up. Right, makes suspicious sand. Sand. And normal sand, it seems. Might be suspicious. Nope. Suspicious about that. Okay, if we put the crude brush in there. Then we just need... put away all these seeds. Put away all the seeds. Let's grab the bricks. Make ourselves a pot. Now, in theory, if we take this decorated pot, we place it down, place the villager, that'll make an archaeologist, which we can then encode back into an archaeologist. Throw it in here, and it'll brush the dirt for us. Awesome. Okay, so those obviously need to go in a better place later. But we have our friend here, and he's doing stuff for us. Let's click into all of these. Need to get a key to lock it, obviously. Anything else? Iron chunk. Copper chunk. Okay, good. Done? Not yet. And he'll level up. We'll have him feed to speed him up. Excellent. So that's all working. I will get a more permanent place for these guys, make the other one later. But we do that. Unearthing villagers. We need a salvaging table, which is a little bit more complicated. I'll work on that off camera, I think. Cobble generators. Okay. We can make cobble. Auto hammer to break the cobble down into different blocks. Unearther. Lava. Villagers and how to train them. According to echoes, recently cured villagers are unskilled. Train them to increase their unearthing levels. Okay. So our unearthing level is 3, but they have to train to get to the next level. This one is level 1 right now, but the more it brushes, I guess, it'll grow. Placing the villager back into the world as a token will cause the villager to lose their job and levels. So we don't ever want to place this archaeologist again. Good to know. And then, while they work without food, feeding them is probably a good idea. The food you feed them will give them special bonuses depending on what you feed them. Okay. Okay, now, supposedly, that we can go talk to our Echo guy. See what happens now that we've done this whole world engine Echo thing. Oof. Laggy. Okay. Got a guy. Complete the stage. Tokens. Reboot more archives of echoes. Echoes appear in similar forms. Echoes can be found in the lobby. Quest book allows you to set a waypoint on your map. Quartermaster does storage systems. Machinist does mechanical systems. Magician does magic. Return to me once you've completed the Quartermasters and at least one additional Echoes world engine upgrade. So if we head upstairs. Walk up. There's the Archive of Guidance. So let's take a look at our quest book, shall we? With this. With the worker token, Echo of Guidance, new Echoes. This task will make you upgrade the world engine. Go meet each one as they have a gift for you, so we'll end with meeting all of these guys. Plenty of upgrades. Only a few required to advance. 2 upgrades. But working with the Echoes, major upgrades are required. Okay. Get the money. General tech. This. That's tech mods. We have another quest in the main quest line. Okay. Locating the Quartermaster. Let's try this. Okay, so we can complete that. Activate a waypoint for that guy. And create a waypoint for this guy. Okay, so this is the Machinist. Let's start here. Hello, friend. Head down into the pipe rooms. And there you are. Hello. Okay, anomalous entity, Echo. New helper. Basics. Claim this entropy manipulator. Entropy manipulator can convert stone into lava, which can turn to obsidian. Only material I can get right now that can handle alloy infusion. Need to make train casings. Okay, so that's one of our quests. Let's head back up and check out the other two. Get our tools. This is a AE2 thing? E2. So we can make lava now. Let's head over to the quartermaster here, which is storage systems and such. Ourselves a potato. Okay. And here you are, sir. Quartermaster. He's southerny, or Wild Westy. Whatever. Here. Your upgrades. Machine blocks. To make a metallurgic infuser and a dielectric casing. So this is power and machines. Cool. And let's go check out the third guy, which is the magic guy. And I hope he's gonna give me a spellbook. That would be awesome. Okay. Got that guy. We got this guy. Where's the third guy? That guy? Archive the Magician. Excellent. Cool. Archwood. No, sir. Okay. Cover. Source. I need to craft Archwood planks. He's not gonna do. Okay. Just the one guy. But he can't. I can buy stuff from him. Cool. Ooh, I can buy the feed from him eventually, which is nice. Buy conjurings. Okay. And I think I can actually make a spellbook with just iron tools and books, which I think I can make. So there's that. And then getting started. We're done here. That just unlocks the next chapter. I'll do these off camera. I don't know where loot chests come from, but I assume they come from, like, these, maybe? I don't know. But I assume when we get a loot chest, we'll know. Exploration. What can we do? We can... there's a bunch of dungeons and stuff. I don't know how that works. The world is generated in rings. We're in a stone ring that extends out of blocks. Stone, deep slate, nether, and twilight forest, ocean, void chasm. Okay. So we have stone, deep slate. Okay, I see how this works. So let's go home. Base. Oh, I see. So they've got stone, and then if we go out further, there'll be more world types out here. Oh, that's cool, actually. Rings. Okay. So, stone, deep slate, nether, and something. Twilight forest. Ocean twilight forest? And twilight forest, ocean, and void chasms. Okay. So maybe we'll dig out there and explore later. But I think I might want to make a create contraption to dig out that way. We got our tempad. Quartermaster. Excellent. And you can teleport directly to the echoes with commands. This guy. And Magician. And those seem to be the three main quest lines. Reset world engine. If we break it, multi-block tools, multi-block printer, multi-block validator. Okay, well, I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna find a better place for this guy and a better place for this guy and his friends later. But for now, that's gonna be it. So thanks for watching, and until next time, later.